Hi, my name is Garrett Crowley, and this is a social studies project. I want to tape record my granddad. His name is
Michael Dorgan
and he was born
in Kilbullen, Mala, County Cork, Ireland on January 6, 1936.
He lived in a house where you were free, you could play everywhere, you can do whatever you want. And also, I'm going to ask him one question before we start. Do you want to speak and say anything to the camera?
Well, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing, and I hope the class enjoys it. All of us came over here many years ago from different countries, and we all had our good days and bad days, and I hope everybody enjoys what I'm going to tell you.
Okay. The first question is, what was your job back in Ireland?
I worked on a farm when I was very young. I worked every day after school. I went to school for about 6 hours, came home and walked out on the fields with my brothers and my father. We did a lot of crops, potatoes, turnips, spinach, and got all the work done on the farm and took care of cattle as well.
Did you have any animals on the farm?
Yes, we had cows and we had sheep and pigs and a lot of calves.
Were people nice or mean to you in school and around your neighborhood? And who was your main friend when you were growing up?
Well, our teachers sometimes, if you didn't do your homework, they would slap you, and sometimes they'd hit you with a ruler on your hands, and sometimes they make you cry. And most of my friends, I enjoyed it. I had a good time with them, and we very rarely had fights, and we all got along together.
Why did you come to America?
When I was growing up in Ireland at 17 years of age, the prospects of jobs was very bad, and I came to America to my uncle and to my brother and my aunt in Woodside, Queens.
Okay. What were your push and pull factors to America?
I came here because I knew there was great opportunities, which I didn't have in Ireland. And when I came over here, I went to school for three years, got a high school diploma at Bryant High School in Astoria, Queens. And then I got a job after school. I was working for 4 or 5 hours every after school, and also on Saturday all day. And then I went into the army for 2 years. I was in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, Fort Benning, Georgia, and I spent 18 months out in Belmore, Long Island, with the United States Army. And I was got out of the army with a great record in 1962, March the 17th, 1962.
Were you on the front lines?
No, I didn't. I was in the Vietnam, but I didn't go to Vietnam, and I missed the Korean War, thank God.
Okay. Let's go back to your school time. How were the teachers? My friend, someone's telling me kind of that they were really nasty to you when they hit you. So can you tell us like a story maybe that you did something wrong and then they really hurt you?
Well, when I was in school, in grade school, if you didn't know your lessons, sometimes the teacher would hit you, and they hit you in the hands, and sometimes they'd hold your hand, and sometimes I'd pull my hand, and they'd break the ruler on the chair, and then they'd hold my hand and hit me across the knuckles, and my hand would be sore. So that'd make me very upset. And when I come home, I would get no sympathy from my parents. So they expected if you didn't obey your teachers that you would get hit. And when I was home in my own house, we were playing ball in the house, and we all put the chairs around the house, we played the ball, and then I hit the ball and broke the clock. And it was the only clock we had in the house. So my father was mad, and I ran out the house, into the outhouse where the cattle were, and I stayed there all day. And at night time, my sister would come out and bring me some food, and during the day, and at night time I came back in. I figured my father would be okay now, and he was. So that was it. I had no more problems. I didn't break any more clocks, and we got no clock for a long time. When I came to America, then I went to school in Bryant High School in Astoria, and I was work after school every day and also on Saturday. And I graduated in Bryant High School in '55, and then I was drafted into the United States Army and when I was 24 years old in 1960, and I was stationed in Fort Dix, New Jersey, Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and Georgia, Fort Benning, Georgia. And I discharged in 1962, March 17, 1962.
That'll be it. And wasn't there one very important thing to me? Maybe because I wouldn't be here. You, maybe meeting Grandma.
Mm-hmm. Well, I went back to Ireland in 1959, and then I came back after about a year. I met my wife Frances in 1965 after the City Centre Ballroom in New York. We got married in 1967, and I have 3 daughters, Maureen, Joan and Veronica, and 7 grandchildren. I'm very happy. And they're all graduated from college, and they're all doing very good in America. Thank God.
That's how his house used to look back then. See, he would maybe be sitting on the couch or like playing in the living room, and boom, he breaks the clock. And then he goes running, blah, blah, blah. Dad chases him. He says, forget about it. And then he walks back in the house, 6 o'clock at night. He starts saying, whoopsie, you're not in trouble anymore.
So when I went back to Ireland in 1969, they had the house all indoor plumbing, electric lights, and it was all modern like we have here in America now. And that was the first time I seen my family in 9 years. And when I got married in 1967, my brother came out to my wedding. He was my best man, and that was very important to me. And now I go back to Ireland every year, and of course Ireland, as everybody knows, it's very modern today, with all the modern conveniences and nice cars and indoor plumbing and all modern houses, and it makes you happy to go back as often as I can.